Starting late does not mean you're a failure. It doesn't mean that you're irresponsible. I personally did not start until I guess it was my early 40s. Yeah, I didn't start till my early 40s. I'm now facing the backside of 50s, and I'm satisfied with what I've been able to do so far. If I had to start again tomorrow, I could still make it work. And I can make it work for a lot of reasons that we talk about on this channel. Hi, I'm Jenny. I am that friend that will sit you down and tell it to you straight without kick gloves, but with love in my heart. Because we all, women over a certain age, need to sit down and come up with our plan so we can retire like we mean it. And it does not necessarily mean that you have to completely quit working. You may choose a hybrid retirement. I have videos to talk about that, but today we're going to talk about what have you actually lost if you've gotten started late saving for retirement. Many women delay action, even though you know you should get going on it, because you've got that voice inside of you that says, it's too late. Why start now? It'll all work itself out. Will it? Now, we didn't start late because we're irresponsible or we're just living by the seat of our pants. No, we've had bona fide reasons that we put before us in ourselves saving for retirement that made sense at the time. And time does seem to just get away. There's been divorce, possibly more than one. There's been caregiving. A lot of us had to leave a full-time job and become caregivers to aging parents or other individuals in our life. And we eroded what we had saved by just trying to survive doing the loving, giving thing of being these caregivers. We also, as women, many of you actually left the workforce for a while you were raising your family. That impacted not just your ability to save for retirement, but what you were paying into Social Security. So you were possibly not going to get back in a regular paycheck or a regular check from Social Security what you think you may be anticipating. So again, you can't make assumptions. You need to go and check that out. Additionally, pay's been uneven for a lot of us. So we're not starting late because we're irresponsible or we just don't know numbers. We've been busy running the world around us and doing what's best for everybody at the detriment to ourselves. One of the things many of us don't foresee when we get married is divorce. Not one of us, I believe, have ever married thinking, oh, I can't wait to get into this marriage and have a couple of kids and maybe 12 years later, well, let's divorce. Let's move apart. No, we don't do that. We go into it thinking it's forever. And when it turns out that forever doesn't happen, that there's broken promises, there's mind changes, etc., divorce resets the retirement cycle. So during the marriage, if you collectively began saving for retirement, upon divorce, it should get separated. Doesn't always separate evenly, and there's frequently taxes and penalties that go to it. So what you get to begin building your retirement as an individual is a significant downgrade to where you once were. So even before the divorce, maybe you're not divorced. Uneven pay, that just compounded everything. You weren't making as much, so you weren't saving as much because you're just trying to survive. And with today's inflation, we all know that what we've been making leaves precious little left over. For those of us that are starting late, shame is a big component in our lives because we know we should have done better. We've got 30 years of work history behind us, and we don't have enough to show for our efforts. So shame paralysis is real. I want to shake you and tell you to snap out of it because shame paralysis is preventing you from beginning to get started. Wherever you are in this journey, if you're in your 30s, listen up because you have got decades in front of you. If you're in your 40s, you got room. If you're in your 50s or in your 60s or even in your 70s, yes, it seems a little bit more daunting, but there are things you can do. There are tools that you can reach out for. This channel, I actually walk you through and teach you how you've got to know what you need every month and what your income is expected to be and what the gap is and how we can fill it. Down in the description, you're going to find some free workbooks from budgeting to figuring out what your current life skills are, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you're in the workforce, that you can possibly translate into an income stream as a second income to get you forward, or it's possibly something you can continue to do after you leave your full-time long-term job for a encore career or a hybrid retirement. So this regret paralysis, this shame paralysis, it prevents you from moving forward. It focuses on what you didn't do. So we constantly are beating ourselves up for how we could have done better. You can stop that right now because you can make those changes now. You've got a longer life in front of you than you probably anticipate. Although there are more sunsets behind us than sunrises in front of us, you've got a lot of sunrises coming. So let's get going. Lay down the guilt, lay down the shame, pull your pants up, pull your bootstraps up. Let's get on with this. You fired up? Because momentum is going to beat procrastination each and every time. So you've got to get yourself motivated. You've got to get yourself fired up, and you've got to take the first step. And the first step is to keep binging my videos. Check the description for those free workbooks. I also have some mini courses down there. Share the video with somebody in your life. Maybe you know an aunt or a cousin that are facing this situation, that they've been caregiving their parents or their sick children, etc., for so many years, and they have not saved for retirement. There is hope. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need movement. And movement starts with the first step. Small, consistent actions are going to snowball and build security, confidence, and dare I say pride, momentum that comes with that. It will turn all of your fears, all of your trepidation into confidence. You will stand taller. You will look yourself in the mirror and actually look yourself in the eye, because shame does that. We don't even look ourselves in the eye. We feel that poorly about ourselves. You're not behind. You are starting from experience, and experience is really expensive. You have paid an entire life into that. So let's use that. Let's figure out where we are today, what the gap is, and how we can close that gap. Some of us may never, ever not need to work. But that's okay, because there's things that you can do that are nowhere near as stressful, nowhere near as hard and taxing. Let's figure that out together. Check the description, life experience to income streams. Like this video if you are done shaming yourself and you're ready to build your confidence and get going. I post on Wednesdays and Fridays. This is part of a 7-day run of Series 2, 7 videos. And on Saturday, I conclude with a YouTube Live. So subscribe so you can see that in the chat for the community when these are coming out and what to expect next. I'll see you tomorrow. Stop recording.